this edition of the Commonwealth Games, if we are to pick one sport and call it a star, that would be the sport of lawn bowls. That is because 4 women from 3 regions of India came together to give the sport an identity by winning a gold medal in the women fours competition. India doesn't have much of a history when it comes to lawn bowls. It only came to the country in 2010 during the Commonwealth Games. Since then, several men and women, young and old, essentially amateurs, have picked up this sport. Now, the sport of lawn bowls is widely played in the Commonwealth. England, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, these are traditionally the stronger teams, and there are men and women who also play this sport professionally. But in India, these women and the men are not a part of the Olympic program, simply because this is not an Olympic sport. Till now, it remains a Commonwealth sport only, but there are plans of getting this into Olympics 2032. Now, talking about the history of this sport, we are in Shakespeare's country and county Warwickshire, and Shakespeare was a big fan of this sport. He was also a member of the bowling club in his city, and in 1610, when he wrote his play Cymbeline, he made a mention of the sport of lawn bowls. His plays and his writings are littered with mentions of this sport. Now, they say that this isn't truly an English sport. It travelled all the way from Egypt. And apparently, the ancient Egyptians used to play the sport of skittles with round stones. Artifacts dating back to 5000 BC have been found, and they point to the fact that the ancient Egyptians played the sport of lawn bowls. Now, here are some fun facts. What is jack in the sport of lawn bowls? Well, the jack is the target. It is derived from the Greek word jactus, which also means inferior. The jack is also called a white, a kitty, or a sweetie. And that's not all. There is something called a high jack, not a hijack. What does high jack mean? The high jack refers to a ball that finishes directly parallel to the jack. Both the jack and the ball were delivered with the exact same force or weight. This is the ideal result for a delivery in lawn bowls. That is high jack. Now, there is also something called bias in the sport of lawn ball. Now, there is also something called bias in the sport of lawn ball. There is also something called bias in the sport of lawn bowls. Every ball is shaped so that it travels in an arc. It doesn't travel in a straight line. This is called bias. Bias side of the ball is indicated by small circles. As the ball slows down, it normally moves in the way that it is expected to move. So, biases are incredibly important to the sport of lawn bowls. Now, the ball itself is also referred to as wood. Why is it called wood? Because in earlier times it used to be made of wood. Now it is made of composite plastic. This sport of lawn ball is played in 4s, in 3s, in pairs, and also by a single person. And that means that India could go on to win multiple medals in the sport of lawn bowls during this competition, the Commonwealth Games. Last but not the least, since the sport was introduced in India in 2010, the women have travelled, won Asian Championships, Asia Pacific Championships, but never before have they performed so well at the Commonwealth Games. This is by far the biggest medal that the sport of lawn ball in India has been able to win.
Welcome to another side of Britain.
A side where we discover new flavours on every street corner.
Where we take good times to new heights.
And and where ways to get around are limited only by our sense of adventure.
In 2022, come and join us for an unmissable year of celebration.
So get ready to explore different every day.